Yeah.
This is courtesy of Jordan Gross.
Oh.
It's the Little Buddy Farm in Fruitland, Idaho. It's a vegetable farm.
The backstory?
It's Jordan's. Jordan Gross's farm that he has, and he retired football and went up there and started a farm.
Wow. Have you had anything from up there, or is he your food? Or?
It's too far to send.
Wow, that's cool.
We're good.
He's a man of many talents.
Good to have a couple more cornerbacks out there today.
Yeah, it is. It was good having all those corners out there. I mean, it was good. We got a lot of work done with those guys, a lot of different things today. When you're doing all these different things, it's good to have guys be able to spell each other so you can do them at full speed and not have to cut anything. Yesterday I ended up having to cut 12 plays out of practice because we were limited with the amount of corners we had. So today we were able to get it all done.
Lorenzo Doss had all those interceptions back at OTAs. He hadn't had any of those here, so I mean.
Well, part of it is people know.
Yeah.
Quarterbacks know, receivers know. So it changes sometimes once you get to know who you're competing against.
But what do you think about how he's done despite that?
Well, I think Lorenzo's done a nice job. He's really taken to what we do and how we do it. He works hard at it. He's still making plays. He just hasn't had a chance to get his hands on the ball and catch it cleanly yet.
Ron, did Kyle Love catch an elbow today? It looked like he came off holding his elbow or arm.
He may have. I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Is that what Tyler's dealing with too, Larson?
Yeah, Tyler hyperextended his left elbow. It wasn't a snapping arm, and if we had to play, he could play. But because we're trying to let it ease up, and we still got a few more days before we start getting ready for Miami.
Couple issues early in practice with the snap, speaking of which, but looked like y'all cleaned it up eventually.
Well, we still had one at the end, and with as much heat and humidity we have, the balls are a little slippery. The quarterback's hands are a little moist and stuff, so it's something we got to clean up. Your quarterback center exchange is about as elementary as it gets.
And looked like Bradbury's on the road to recovery.
Yes, he is. We gave him some limited reps today, just keep an eye on see how he's coming along, and he's on track. So we should get him ready and have him for Miami.
Ryan stays in the moment, not getting wrapped up in this is his last camp or anything like that. What, just having him out here and thinking this will be the last time you have Khalil out at camp, what any memories of him that's going to stand out?
Well, I just think again, he's here for a reason, and that's because he's enjoying himself. He came in great shape. He's working very hard. We're trying to be smart with him, kind of treating him a lot like we're treating Julius, and just trying to get him in certain situations, circumstances. And he's done a great job. And believe me, I always have fond memories of who he is and who he's been for us as one of our leaders.
You've got one day left in Spartanburg. Do you feel pretty good about what you've accomplished down here in training camp?
For the most part, I did. I mean, a little concerned about today. As Joe talked about, we had too many little detailed things that we weren't very good at. But we've accomplished a lot. I think we've found some guys that are going to step up and play for us, and we got some other guys I think that are headed in the right direction. I like, for the most part, what we've done as far as our consistency. As I said, today was not one of our better days. I didn't think our quarterbacks were particularly sharp as they've been. So it's just something I think that we've got to go back and look at and get back to the details of our jobs. I mean, we were sloppy with a lot of the little things today.
Is there anybody that surprised you the most the last few weeks here?
I wouldn't say surprised. You kind of hope somebody's going to step up, and any of them can because they're professionals. And but when you see guys play well, practice well, that's always a huge plus. And I've talked a lot about the young guards that we've had. They've done a great job. You look at the DBs, the way they're working. I mean, both Dante and Rashawn Golden have been solid. I mean, that's what you hope for. J.C. Carter at linebacker has done a great job for us. On the running back situation, I think we got a nice tandem of guys. We just got to figure out how to use everybody. And Ian Thomas is having a very good camp. I mean, he's a young guy who's doing a lot of good things. He's a lot to learn, but he's a good understudy to Greg Olson. So I wouldn't say there's anything that surprised me as much as just what you're hoping to see. We've seen.
Does Dante, what he's done in this camp, give you a little more comfort than you had maybe 3 or 4 months ago on what secondary can do?
It's given me a lot more comfort in the last 2 years, to be honest with you. I mean, the young man is solid. He's done the things that we believe he's capable of, and we'll see. I mean, we've got 3 more preseason games. He's going to play in all 3, and we'll see what he's made out of. But so far, I've got a lot of confidence in him, and you know, he's heading in the right direction.
Is Van Roten your clear leader at left guard?
For the most part, yes. You know, we still got some guys that are working there at that position. I wouldn't say clear leader, but we do have him listed as #1 right now.
What does that Larson needed at center, especially in the previous preseason games? Does that affect that competition or how?
Well, it does, because you know Larson hadn't got any left guard work right now. So, but you know, again, we know that Larson can play left guard if we needed to. But Greg's done a nice job for us there, and you know, and you guys have heard me mention him. You know, I think Mann's a solid football player.
At this point, do you have the vast majority of the roster settled in your mind, or are there still as many as 10 spots or so up for
Oh, I'd say at least easily 10 spots. I mean, there's only a few decisions that have been made. I mean, not going to cut Luke or Cam, you know. So other than that, you know, you got to sit there and say, okay, this guy, that guy. But as far as the depth and key positions, no, those aren't set. There's at least 10, maybe a couple more, but. You know, this next 2 games are going to tell us a lot about the guys that we have. I mean, we've got question marks at in some positions, you know, who the #4 guy is. Some positions, who the #3 guy is. So if you start adding those up and look at them, it's probably about 10, I guess. That's a good number. I think it's a fair number, 10.
What do you like about Curtis since he's come back?
Well, first of all, I loved how hard he worked in the offseason trying to get himself back. That was as impressive as it gets. And then secondly, the way he's attacked getting back on the field. I mean, every opportunity he gets, he's taking advantage of it. He just makes things happen when he's on the field, so that's been impressive to watch. And he's learning quickly, so that's another big thing. So, yeah, he's working himself back in, so I'm excited to have that.
Anything else? Coach, you talked about some of the rookies. Marquise Haynes is out there dropping into coverage and also doing a lot of speed rushing off the outside. What are you seeing from him as far as growth from the beginning of camp to now?
Well, there's a lot for him. I mean, you know, we look at some of the situational things we do and see how he fits for us. That's why you see him all over the place. And, you know, he's just got a lot to learn. But he's got a skill set that you can work with.
Coach Washington was saying yesterday that he's got to learn how to be a defensive end in the NFL first, and then he can add in the dropping back into coverage stuff. Is that how you see kind of his progression?
Well, I think that's all part of his progression. You know, I wouldn't say one comes before the other, as much as one will come with the other, because it's part of what they do at that position.